Welcome to the Stacey Adams Cultural Arts Building. Welcome to Gallery 33. My name is Arnie Danielson. I am the president of Brockton Arts. I am the director of this gallery, and it is my privilege on this Flight with Lynn Smith's event here this evening to welcome you here, and I want you to take a minute and take a look at the exits. There's one at the back over here over your right shoulders, and there's one behind me over mine. I have become a flight attendant, and it is my responsibility to tell you to be very safe, pay attention to the exits, have a wonderful, wonderful time. And I'm going to turn this now over to Mr. Bill McGauley. Where did Bill go? He's right there. And this wonderful event. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you, Arnie. I guess so. I don't know. I got two mics here now. It's so good of all of you to show up tonight. I'm Bill McGauley with the Brockton First Foundation. We were formerly known as the Brockton Youth Foundation for 9 years. And last December, we changed our name to better fit what we do in the community, and that is working with the families and organizations and businesses, and also the creative industry that's growing here in Brockton. We do a lot of things with Arnie, and it's good to have him. I want to thank him for the spread that he was able to put on. I also want to thank Nancy Crucius, who worked with him, and they developed this. So what we're going to do this evening is hopefully we've got a few people who will come up here, say a few words. We want to keep it rolling. We don't want anybody to talk too long. There's in the back, there are two signs. One is for the Pop-Up Village. That is, I think, June 9th. Is it June 9th? 11th, excuse me. June 11th is just down the street at the middle school. Lynn has all of her effort into that, and beside that is a poster for the Summerfest program that we put on at Brockton High. It's August 19th this year from 10 to 3. And we'll have about 60, 65 activities for kids and families. We'll also have a juried art show where every class and every school in Brockton is represented. So we go from K to 11. The seniors don't want to do anything, they're out of school. So it's K to 11, and every grade and every school is represented. We have about 80 pieces of art, and it's a real tough competition. We give cash prizes for first, second, and third in 4 different categories. So we will send out emails to everybody to let you know when the reception is. It's usually at 1 o'clock on that Saturday. There's just one little story I want to tell you about Lynn, and then I'm going to introduce the mayor. Is that me, or is that the tech stuff? Closer to it? Okay. So when you're going to honor someone and do a little research on them, I send out emails, and I had the fortune of talking on the phone as well as exchanging emails with 2 gentlemen who worked with her in New Haven. One was the former mayor. He was the mayor for 20 years in New Haven, John DeStefano, and Bill Plecky, who's here, was the president and CEO of the bank that they built. And they both talked about how indispensable that Lynn was in getting into the community in the inner city and finding ways for people who had no banking relationships to come to the bank. And one of them was they had a summer program, and I don't know how many kids were in there, but the idea was both the students who were in summer work and their families probably had no banking relationships except for the payday loans and the check cashing places. So they said, well, when you get paid, you can put it into a savings account. We'll give you a savings debit card. And at the end of the summer, about 65% of those kids have $300 or more saved in the very first summer. So, back then it was in the financial crisis and everything else in 2010, 11, 12. So, that was really remarkable, okay? And it all happened because of Lynn's ability to work with neighbors, and she's a street person in a sense that she works right on the street. Okay? It's in a good term. It's a good term. Boots on the ground, So this is a great evening. We want you to enjoy yourself. There's plenty of food in the middle. There's a bar over here with wine, and in the back there's a few soft drinks. Not sure exactly what they are, but we would like you to enjoy. We're going to move the program on, and if I could introduce Mayor Bill Carpenter, who's in his second term as mayor. Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Bill, how are you?
Good. And Bill has been very helpful in all of the art-related and things that we have done in the city here. So,
All right. Well, good evening. It's great to be here. Great to be back here at the Stacey Adams. I just absolutely love this place. Not crazy about the sound system, but Lynn, it's great to be here and join in honoring you tonight. I didn't even know about this whole walking the streets thing, but some people will do anything to win an award. Yeah. Seriously, for 1 minute, I absolutely love working with Lynn. We've got a great friendship and a great relationship because what I love about Lynn is she's very straightforward. And when she thinks I'm wrong about something, she has no problem explaining to me why I'm wrong about something. Which just makes it that much nicer when she tells me I'm right about something, because I know she really means it. But she has just done so much for this city over the last few years. Her energy, her enthusiasm, her love of the city. And you are a neighborhood person. I think it's something we do agree about a lot, is that a city is made up of neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are made up of people. And as we bring this city back, it starts at the grassroots with helping residents and neighbors take back ownership of their neighborhoods and make them into places that people would want to live. And we certainly agree tremendously about that. So I'm very proud to be here as one of many people here tonight, Lynn, recognizing all the great work you do in the city. So I've got a citation. And we'll be taking up a contribution later for a new sound system for the Stacey Adams. Apparently there's a pressing need. So this is an official citation on behalf of the City of Brockton. Be it known that the Mayor of Brockton hereby extends his congratulations to Lynn Smith in recognition of countless hours and hard work serving our community. Day in and day out, you exemplify what a community activist is all about. From the downtown Frederick Douglass Garden to little free libraries to Friday night flicks in the summertime, your tireless work ethic with everything that you do is appreciated and applauded. It is more than appropriate that the Brockton First Foundation is honoring you this evening, and we hope you enjoy your night. You truly deserve it. So therefore, it gives me great pleasure to present this citation to you as a symbol of our appreciation. And this citation is duly signed by the Mayor of the City of Brockton today. It's my pleasure to present it to Lynn. Scoot over a little bit. There we go. Don't fall off.
Mr. Mayor,
Oh,
want to help us here?
oh, okay.
Okay. This engraving, I may need glasses here. Lynn, it's just a token of our appreciation to honor you this evening.
You.
We have this vase. And I will read the inscription if I can move it to the light. Lynn Smith.
Maybe can't.
I may have to have Lynn read it.
All right, wait a minute.
Lynn Smith.
Lynn, read this to everybody.
It's the light. Champion of Neighborhoods, Brockton First, May 19th, 2017.
Perfect. Thank
We
you,
love you,
Bill.
Lynn.
Thank you so much.
We love you.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's very heavy. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we'll get out of the way of the mic.
Oh, the mic, okay. We still have a few more things to do, so Lynn is going to stay here. She's going to stay on stage. We're not going to let her go anyplace. She's a neighborhood person. I want to correct the language. Okay.
No. A blueprint for Brockton says we have to have a complete streets program. So I will be the ambassador for complete streets. How's that?
I just wanted to recognize a few of our elected people who are here. Mike Brady, Senator, State Senator. Michelle Dubois, who is our representative. Bob Bob Sullivan, who is City Council at Large. And Ann Beauregard, who is Ward 5 City Councilor. Now, we got a few citations that we're going to do. So I would like Mike Brady and Michelle Dubois to come up.
Thank you. May I go first?
Yep, you go. Ladies before gentlemen.
That's right. Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. So I'm really happy to be here with all of you and to speak on behalf of my constituent and of my wonderful constituent, Lynn Smith, who does a great job, and I know that everybody knows it, but what is that job, right? What is that
I have
job?
not missed an election voting.
Right. So voter, check,
But
right?
I'm the development manager at Old Colony Elder Services.
Development manager, check, right? And then community organizer, right? Check. And garden club, check. And single-handedly putting together a community group around Keith Park is check. And any other park you might want to imagine, huh? Frederick, right, that's a little spot of heaven that you had a big Mulberry Park, right? Another one. So you've done quite a bit in a long time and in a little time. It's an interesting way to mark your accomplishments, and I'm glad that the foundation here has recognized it and is honoring you like we all want to, right? And so I have a citation from the State House, and it reads, "The Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Madeline," which is such a beautiful name, "Lynn Smith, in recognition of your being honored as a champion of our community. The entire membership extends its very best wishes to and expresses hopes for future good fortune and continued success in all your endeavors." And it's signed by Robert DeLeo, the whole Brockton delegation, Jerry, Claire, and myself. And I can speak for both of them when I say that we're really honored to have you as a Brocktonian, and we really appreciate everything you do for us and so many other people in the community. So thank you. Thank you. Maybe we take a picture together? Would you like to be in it with us? Thank you.
We'll do one. You can open that up and we'll do another. I'll read mine up.
Okay, that sounds good.
That way we can-
Thanks, Lynn.
Ooh, lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And Lynn, we have a citation from the State Senate as well, but I want to say thank you for all you do as well. Representative Dubois mentioned a lot of things. You're one of our unsung heroes in the city of Brockton. You're like a little elf around Christmas time giving out the Christmas gifts with all the work you do. And a lot of our residents in Brockton, we as the elected officials, sometimes we get recognition, sometimes we get criticism too because we're serving as elected officials, but we're always in the media and so forth, and it's the unsung heroes who do things behind the scenes that don't always get the recognition, that work behind the scenes, and Lynn is definitely one of those, and she's well deserved to get this honor tonight, and we're so grateful because there's a lot of wonderful people in the city, and that's why we are called the City of Champions, such as people as Lynn who do a lot of work behind the scenes that don't want a lot of recognition, but do a lot of work giving back to our community. And thank you for all you've done, and I know you're going to continue to do. We're honored to give you the recognition tonight. So this is a citation from the State Senate. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Lynn Smith in recognition of you being honored by the Brockton First Foundation as a champion of our community and for your efforts to engage residents and showcase the best of the city of Brockton. It's signed by the President, Stan Rosenberg, the Clerk, William Welch, and myself, Mike Brady. I'm very honored to present this to you tonight.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you. I'll stay right here.
Yeah, would Bob Sullivan come up next? At-large City Councilor, City of Brockton.
Thanks, Bill. Thank you. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Great to see you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those that don't know me, my name is Bob Sullivan, and I'm a councilor at large, but I also, thank you. but I also serve as the city council president. So I know I'm joined here by my city council colleague, Ann Beauregard. But on behalf of all 11 city councilors that serve, 4 of us are citywide at large, 7 are ward district councilors, I'm here tonight just to thank you, Lynn. If you look at the definition of caring, there's a picture of Lynn in the dictionary. She cares about our community, our city, the city of Champion. She is a champion within that city. I just want to thank you for all that you do. You are the Energizer Bunny. You're everywhere. You just keep going and going and going. So on behalf of the City Council, I'd like to give a citation tonight. It reads as follows. City of Brockton official citation. Be it known that the Brockton City Council hereby extends its congratulations to Lynn Smith in recognition of you as organizer and leader, including the Frederick Douglass and Keith Park Neighborhood Associations, the Little Free Library, Holiday Parade, and creator of the upcoming Campello Pop-Up Historical Village celebration. And I encourage everybody to go to that. And be it further known that the City Council extends best wishes for continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President of the City Council, Robert Sullivan, and attested to in a copy, therefore, transmitted by the City Clerk of the City Council, Anthony J. Zioli, dated this day, May 19th, 2017. Thank you very much. Thank you. Can you work magic and get that chin on it?
You're so young.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You getting tired?
No.
Okay, good. Good. I want a few more things.
When you walk the streets, you can stand for a long time.
Next up, I'd like to invite Kimberly Wazoo from, I can't say that. You can come up and say it. My tongue is twisted.
No problem. I don't think I necessarily need the mic, but can everyone hear me? Yeah, I can project, okay. We really, the ladies of Psi Iota Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority so greatly appreciates Lynn for all of your hard work and your community dedication and just for you helping us. And I just want to tell you all a story. So the first meeting that my president and we had with Mayor Carpenter, you know, to introduce the sorority that we're established here in Brockton and our need and our desire to adopt a park. You know, so we're going to the mayor, so he's going to, you know, tell us what we're needing to do, how to do, you know, giving us resources. And the first thing he said to us, I think you want to meet and get in contact with Lynn, because she can help you. So we were like, okay, and she has been that one to really help move us forward, to help us get our park and to do a number of other things. And not only for your community service, but just your knowledge. We were together at one of our events and someone asked, so what is Alpha Kappa Alpha? I'm getting ready to go into my spiel, and here's Lynn. Alpha Kappa Alpha is the first African American sorority. I was like, you go girl. So our president here, Barbara Marshall, is going to present our certificate to you.
Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you.
Lynn, this does not really show our really appreciation for you. This is the little we can give to you. But the certificate says, Psi Iota Omega Chapter, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, presents to Lynn Smith on this day, May 19, 2017, Certificate of Appreciation in recognition of your dedication to the Brockton community and your unconditional support of Psi Iota Omega. Thank you.
Thank you. Look how Look how beautiful this is.
Wait a minute.
Sandy.
Come on, Sandy.
Yeah, she got a t-shirt, yeah.
She's got a t-shirt on.
Thank you.
Okay, Lynn? Oh, you're gonna come back?
She's just organizing, she does that.
Okay. So we have 2 additional citations for people, two additional citations from people who could not be here tonight. And this one is a certificate of special congressional recognition presented to Lynn Smith For her selection by the Brockton First Foundation as true champion of neighborhood organizers and community involvement in the City of Champions, her dedicated efforts to bring residents together has made an important impact on the City of Brockton. Signed, Stephen Lynch, member of Congress.
We won't mention that when I worked in South Boston, where's Bill? We remember Stevie Lynch. Remember when he started, when we started the bank in Southie? And his wife Margaret that worked at the South Boston Neighborhood Health Center?
I have one more.
Okay.
Okay. The Honorable Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts, recognizes Lynn Smith. May 19th, 2017, I am pleased to join the Brockton First Foundation in honoring Lynn Smith for her outstanding dedication to the Brockton community. The leadership you have shown throughout your career is admirable and greatly appreciated. Congratulations again, and I wish you the best in all your future endeavors. Signed, Elizabeth Warren, United States Senator.
Lovely. This is very difficult. Thank you so much. That's lovely.
Okay.
Lovely.
I'm going to let Lynn say a few words. If she talks too long, we're going to just hook her right off. But what I wanted you all to know, if anybody has to rush out or anything else, please sign one of these pictures that are on to my left or your right. There's a pin there, and there's plenty of room to put any congratulatory note you would like about Lynn. Lynn?
Great,
go ahead.
thanks, Bill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So anyway, thank you so much. I'd like first to thank Bill McGauley and the members of the Brockton First Foundation for having the courage to not only give me this award, but for allowing me to speak tonight. Because Monday night I was scheduled to present at the Finance Committee meeting about a community event coming up in June. But when the City Council members saw the 47 pages of my testimony, they canceled the meeting. So waste not, want not, I saved the speech for tonight. Secondly, I would like to thank the real community volunteers, the folks who consistently show up and get the job done. Whether it's the Frederick Douglass neighborhood members or the Keith Park neighborhood members or Brockton's Promise or the Farm at Stonehill or the Boys and Girls Club or my sorors or my next door neighbors. They're all here, and I'm grateful. We see their work every day in the community garden, in the George E. Keith Restored Park, in the Little Free Libraries, in the Easter egg hunts, in Friday night flicks, in Flag Day picnics, in holiday history lantern walks, community dining out nights, and our Campello pop-up village that's coming up on June 11th. All of these events are designed to build what Dr. King calls the beloved community. But one thing I have noticed, however, is all of my volunteers are standing in the back of the room so they can make a quick getaway before I come up with some other brilliant idea. Thirdly, to all of the city workers and all of the elected officials who are in this room and who are willing to listen to me. You know, every time I go to City Hall, I look to see if my photo is on the elevator with like a red line through it that says no entry. But so far, so good. But you know, Bill, one night I showed up at City Hall for a meeting with you. It was late at night, and unbeknownst to me, I showed up on the wrong night, and man, that hall was dark. And all of a sudden, out of the shadows, there was a man with a shock of white hair. I almost had a heart attack. Then I realized it was Jay Condon. He's got those quiet shoes, you know, that he sneaks around on. So it was almost 20 years off my life that night in City Hall. Fourth, I want to thank all of the local Brockton company owners and entrepreneurs who were willing to share their hard-earned profits with the community for the betterment of all of us. We owe them our thanks, but more importantly, we owe them our business. And a special thanks to my company, OCES, Old Colony Elder Services. We're way more than the Meals on Wheels people. It took them a long time to figure out my sense of humor, and I'm still working there, so that's a good thing. Fifth, I want to thank my friends and my family. Thank you all for putting up with me. And I'm sure there's a few people in this room that will be telling the story of my childhood nickname, Bossy Bumpkins. You know, I often think that getting an award like this, it must be what it's like to attend your own wake. You know, I'm going to assume that, you know, you're lying there and you're listening to all of the voices and they're all saying nice things about you. It's only later on when they all go to the bar that they say what they're really thinking about you. But this is the truth that I know. I know that when we build a community around a positive, when we use asset-based community building, it works. Worked in New Haven, and it works here. When we pick a park as our town green, and we start to love it and care for it and want better for it, it works. When we ask everyone in the neighborhood to contribute just a little pinch of ingredients to the stone soup, we feed the soul of our community, and it works. When we develop the courage to come out of the silos and say, let's do this together, it works. That's what I truly and deeply believe, and that's what the Brockton First Foundation believes. And that's why, Bill, this night is so special to me, because of the confluence of that philosophy. And that's why this pop-up village on June 11th in Campello is so important. It's an intersection of the history and the crossroads of cultures in Campello. It's not just, oh, we were a great town, but look what the immigrants of 1917 went through, and they're going to be sharing with our immigrants of today, and we're going to learn from our history and celebrate our history. And Campello will be a crossroads of cultural intersection, which I think is really exceptional. And there's going to be a lot of food and a lot of music and a lot of activities for the kids and a good time. And so I thank you all for being here, but I accept this honor in your name, in all of you, every single person in this room who does good for this community in your own way. Every person in this room, you know who you are. Because when we stick together as Brocktonians, and when we celebrate as Brocktonians, and when we build a beloved community as Brocktonians, it's good, it's true, it works.
Those are very inspirational words. I won't say any more.